Hi everyone, this is Jen from Scrap and Posh, and I am going to show you how to make this decoupage drawer today. This is the one that I filmed, but I'm going to share. I have a doily, I use beads for the legs, paint, and this little guy here I got from Michael's. So I'll post pictures so you guys can see all of it. And it is a wood drawer, and then the drawers I left plain. So I'm going to show you how to do this one. And I got this with a coupon. It only costs like $5.99. So it's super cute. It would be perfect for like washi tape. And then this one is a bigger one, and it doesn't have feet. I had feet on it, but I took them off. So I don't know if I will put the feet back on it or not. And this is a bigger drawer. It measures like 11 inches high. It has 4 bigger, deeper drawers. They're about 2.5 inches. I painted those black on the inside. It came with this thing here. It also has the Stamperia. This is the Stamperia Alice in Wonderland, and this is the Stamperia Sweeties collection. And then I have the Cora laser cut chipboard. I did some fussy cutting and some painting. I did not film this one, but I decoupaged this one and then painted over it. Very similar to the last one. I also have this piece is a Bo Bunny wood piece. Also fussy cut this guy here with some grass, and then this is the paper in the back. And I tore a piece of the red paper and painted. And then this piece up here is a rice paper. So head on over to Artistic Studio Creations on Etsy. That's ASC Supplies on Etsy, or ASCCraftSupply.com. Use Scrapping Posh 10 at checkout for 10% off your normal priced items. And check out how I do these decoupage. Hi everyone, this is Jen from Scrap and Posh, and I am here with an ASC Artistic Studio Creation Design Team project. That's ASCSupplies.com. ASCCraftSupplies.com or ASC Supplies on Etsy, and use Scrapping Posh 10 at checkout for 10% off your normally priced items, or your normal priced items. Nothing with a discount. Today I'm going to use the Stamperia Decoupage rice papers, and this one coordinates with this Sweetie collection. I also have the 12 by 12 Sweetie collection. I'll probably fussy cut, or the 8 by 8. So that's what we're going to use for this project. And the first thing we have to do is put a white layer of paint. I got this wood thing at Michael's, and I had a discount. It was 20% off. And then I got this little white one, or this one too, for, I had a $5 coupon, which if you have a $5 coupon at Michael's and you get it in the mail for your rewards, you have to actually show them the coupon. It doesn't automatically come off. Just an FYI. So, yeah, this is, I got everything, those two things for $4.28, so I thought that was pretty neat. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is take off these little guys here, and then sand the glue off where those are, and then we're going to paint the whole thing white. Okay, so I have everything painted except for the inside of the drawers, which I'll get to. And I cut some stuff out. That's a piece from the paper that had these teacups on it, and then these were from the cut apart sheet, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. So, but I think what I want, drawers don't always fit in these perfectly. Like there's only one spot that they'll actually fit in. Yeah, I think this. So make sure you get your drawers in the right spot before you start decoupaging. There, that's the way it should go. Like that. So, get them all back out. And this is the bottom one. This is the one that I want to work on. And I have my Mod Podge. And I'm only going to Mod Podge, and this may be wrong, but I'm only going to Mod Podge the back part of the drawer. Or of the, I guess where I'm going to put the paper. And then the paper, I'm not going to Mod Podge the front of the paper because I don't like the way it looks. So, I like that paper. I think I like that better. That's okay. Original plan. So, I'm going to Mod Podge the back of the paper, Mod Podge the front of the door, and I have this pink line at the bottom because it's heavier, and it's the paper I cut about 1/16 of an inch too big for this. So make sure all the sides I think that's good. And then I'm just going to let that dry completely. When it's dry, we'll sand it and add some distress and some paint probably. Okay, and then on the side, we're going to switch up a little bit. We're going to use the rice paper. So, oh, and this I'm going to put on the front. So, but these I'm going to put on the side, I think, on top of the rice paper. So, and I think I'll go ahead and put the entire rice paper on, and then I just may cover some of it with paint. But this has got to go in layers, so one layer at a time. And because this is rice paper, I'm not going to put Mod Podge on the back. But I'm not going to put it on the front either. And again, I'm just going to let that overhang, and then we'll distress it and stuff. Sand it and distress it before we put these on. And I can't put this on until this one's done. And then I think I'm going to need, definitely going to need a little bit more. Oops. This paper's bowing. This paper is bubbling up, and that's okay because I'll just sand it down. I'll show you. And this here is bubbling up. So I may be able to get it back down, but if I don't, it's not a big deal since it's just a pattern. And my main image is going to be the cut-aparts on top. I'm not too worried about it. And I'm going to distress it, and so I can always sand down any bubbles and then paint over them a little bit. And then that's only 2 sides. Definitely going to have to put some more paper here. So I planned on putting this like here. Okay, and so I've cut out this pattern paper, and I cut it to size. And then on my cutter I did a 1/4 inch frame, a half frame, and then I cut another 1/4 inch from the top and bottom because I'm not going to, we'll paint these two. So let's get this stuff down. Again, Mod Podging the back. Okay, so I got my drawers, front covers. I sanded those a little bit. This is dry, it still needs sanding, and the back is dry. Now I'm going to do the front around the drawers, and I'm just going to take and use full paper strips. I think I want to do the sides first now that I think about it, and this is just Mod Podge. Okay, we're not dry here, but I just realized I had cut this piece for the side here, and I wanted to use a blue because the back was blue. So I'm going to go ahead while I have extra Mod Podge here, and then that way it can all dry at the same time. And then besides my, besides the painting and the cutouts that I made, the only thing I have left is the top. If I do the top. On the other one I didn't really do the top. But this way we can get this dry and sanded and paint it. I may just paint the top, see how it looks, and if I don't like it, we'll cover it up. You can paint the bottom if you want. Okay. And then just use my scrap paper here. Right along with it, and some of the things that I have fussy cut, and the reason why I chose this, I wanted to show you, I think I showed you this before, is these get really lost on this side, but on this side I think they are wonderful, and I think I may get a doily or two because those go well together. And we'll do some painting on the front. I need to go pick up some paint of the right color, a different pink than what I have, and I'm thinking this will go on the front, and then I want this on the back. And we'll get some doilies and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking. Let all this dry so we can sand it and paint it. Hi everybody, it is Jen again, and everything's dry, and I sanded the corners, or the edges, which is just, you know, I use one of these soft sanding sponges that you get at the hardware store. And I'm going to speed you up, and we are going to paint. I like these brushes to paint, or sponge thingies, and Crystal has these. I have some more coming. And then I just got some cheap paint brushes and some water. And we're just going to start creating, keeping in mind what cut parts I'm using and where we want to make a contrast so these will stick out. So let's start. All dry, and I sanded the edges, and I'm gonna have to do something to address the seams in my paper because they're very noticeable, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do there. Let's go ahead and put actually, instead of doing that, let's go ahead and put our doily on here. I've decided that I needed a doily for texture. And we're going to Mod Podge that on the same way we Mod Podge the paper on. So the last thing I'm going to do before I spray it down, I still have to add the feet and the door pulls, but I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. But I am going to decorate the back, and I'm going to use some paint, and then we're going to put one more paper on it. So I just got some different pinks here. Oh, and then the other thing we're going to do, I forgot, we're going to put a little bit of gold on it, and we're going to use gold, probably wax or rub and buff or something like that. Okay, so ultimately I decided on these beads for the feet, and I just used E6000 to glue those beads down. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put the original drawer pulls back in. Before I do that, I have to get this excess glue off of them and then remake the holes for them so that they fit in snugly. And then I'm going to paint them before we put them on too. Okay, so I have my little knobs, the original knobs, drying, at least the back half of them, using the Fresco Finish Gold. And now, because I'm using the gold knobs, and possibly, I haven't figured it out yet, but I may be using these like on the top. I want to like distress some gold around the drawers and around the outside of this. So I'm just going to use my finger and kind of dab off, and then just kind of go around the outside on the corners. And then I'm going to take the drawers out too. And then when those dry, when the little knobs dry, we'll glue those in